30 key takeaways from Chapter 4, Historical Waves, of the Coming Wave, Technology, Power, and the 21st Century's Greatest Dilemma by Mustafa Suleyman and Michael Paska, with real-life examples or anecdotes to illustrate each point. Repetition of technological revolutions. Takeaway. History shows that transformative tech waves recur over time. Example: the printing press in the 15th century revolutionized communication, just as digital technology reshapes our world today. 2. Cycle of innovation and disruption. Takeaway. Every technological revolution disrupts existing societal structures. Example: the Industrial Revolution displaced traditional agrarian lifestyles, similar to how AI may upend today's job market. 3. Catalyst for economic transformation. Takeaway. Past tech waves radically altered economic systems. Example: the mechanization of agriculture led to modern industry, akin to how digital tech fuels the current digital economy. Shift in power structures. Takeaway. New technologies shift political and social power. Example: the rise of merchant classes during the Renaissance challenged feudal systems, echoing today's tech giants altering power dynamics. Role of visionary leaders. Takeaway. Transformative eras are often driven by visionary entrepreneurs and innovators. Example: Gutenberg's introduction of the printing press transformed society, paralleling modern tech leaders shaping AI. Societal resistance and adaptation. Takeaway. Every wave faces initial resistance before broad acceptance. Example: Luddite protests during the Industrial Revolution show how people initially resist change until benefits become clear. 7. Economic inequality. As a byproduct. Takeaway. Technological waves often widen economic gaps. Example: the wealth disparity during the Industrial Revolution mirrors modern concerns over income inequality in the tech sector. Emergence of new industries. Takeaway. Each wave spawns entirely new sectors and markets. Example: the digital revolution created the software industry, just as synthetic biology is opening new biotech markets today. Cultural transformation through technology. Takeaway. New technologies reshape cultural values and social norms. Example: the advent of television changed family dynamics in the 20th century, much like social media redefines modern interaction. By globalization of innovation. Takeaway. Past technological revolutions have interconnected economies across the world. Example: the spread of the steam engine catalyzed global trade routes, just as the internet connects today's global markets. Interplay of technology and regulation. Takeaway. Historical waves reveal the challenges and eventual establishment of regulatory frameworks. Example: labor laws emerged after the Industrial Revolution to protect workers. Modern tech will similarly necessitate new rules. Historical lessons on risk management. Takeaway. Past revolutions show that managing risks is as crucial as fostering innovation. Example: the safety regulations developed for early factories provide a blueprint for today's tech risk assessments. Unintended consequences of innovation. Takeaway. Every wave brings unforeseen social and environmental impacts. Example: the Industrial Revolution spurred pollution and urban overcrowding, similar to modern concerns about e-waste and energy use. 14. Role of infrastructure in transformation. Takeaway. Supporting infrastructure is essential for technology to reshape society. Example: railroads were critical to the Industrial Revolution. Today, high-speed internet is fundamental to digital transformation. 15. Technological determinism versus human agency. Takeaway. While tech drives change, human decisions shape its impact. Example: policy responses during the 20th century economic shifts demonstrate that human intervention can mitigate or amplify tech impacts. 16. Social trust and technological adoption. Takeaway. Trust in institutions accelerates the adoption of new technologies. Example: widespread public acceptance of the internet grew as governments and companies built trust through reliable, Service and security measures. 7. Learning from past waves takeaway. Historical tech revolutions provide valuable lessons for today's challenges. Example: the regulatory missteps during the early internet era offer insights into managing emerging AI and biotech. P. The importance of adaptability. Takeaway: societies that adapt quickly to new technologies prosper, while those that don't suffer stagnation. Example: countries that embraced industrialization in the 19th century outpaced those that clung to traditional practices. Cultural narratives and technology takeaway. Each tech wave inspires new cultural narratives that redefine society's identity. Example: the American dream evolved during the industrial era, and today, narratives around innovation drive Silicon Valley's culture. Ethical dilemmas from historical innovations. Takeaway: every wave poses ethical challenges that need addressing. Example: the environmental ethics debates that arose from industrial pollution parallel today's concerns over AI ethics and data privacy. Disruption as an opportunity for renewal takeaway. Disruptions pave the way for societal renewal and progress. Example: the societal reforms following the Industrial Revolution eventually led to improved working conditions and social welfare. Impact on governance and institutions takeaway. Technology reshapes political institutions and governance structures. Example: the rise of the telegraph in the 19th century transformed government communication, setting the stage for modern political systems. Changing nature of work and labor takeaway. Past technological waves redefined work, a pattern that continues today. Example: the shift from manual labor to factory work during industrialization is analogous to the digital transformation of jobs now. True. Financial innovations and economic growth takeaway. Economic systems have historically evolved alongside technological breakthroughs. Example: the development of modern banking during the Renaissance helped finance the Industrial Revolution, much like fintech is driving today's economic innovation. Acceleration of knowledge. Dissemination takeaway. Each tech wave accelerates the spread of knowledge, fueling further innovation. Example: the printing press revolutionized education and literacy, paralleling the rapid information spread enabled by the internet. Interplay between technology and culture. Takeaway: technological waves often redefine cultural values and social behaviors. Example: the cultural shifts following the introduction of radio and television mirror today's changes driven by social media. Catalyst for global collaboration takeaway. Historical revolutions have shown that tech advancements often lead to greater international cooperation. Example: the space race not only spurred technological progress, but also fostered international scientific collaboration. Risks of unchecked technological growth takeaway. Past waves remind us that without regulation, technology can lead to societal disruption. Example: the industrial era's pollution crises led to significant regulatory reforms, a cautionary tale for modern tech governance. Economic cycles and recovery takeaway. Technological revolutions can trigger economic downturns, but also pave the way for recovery and growth. Example: the Great Depression spurred the development of new financial policies, just as today's tech disruptions call for innovative economic solutions. Legacy and continuity takeaway. Historical waves leave legacies that shape future innovations and societal trajectories. Example: the legacy of the Industrial Revolution continues to influence modern manufacturing and urban development, just as today's tech wave will set the foundation for tomorrow's society. These 30 key takeaways from Chapter 4, Historical Waves, highlight how past technological revolutions have reshaped society, offering valuable lessons for navigating today's rapidly evolving tech landscape. Each point is paired with real life, examples that connect historical experiences with contemporary challenges, emphasizing the enduring influence of technological change on human civilization.